This week we'll be going over the Worlds of Hurt Expert Achievement in Bioshock Remastered Edition. This is going to be for rescuing the little sister in the challenge map Worlds of Hurt in under 15 minutes on at least the medium difficulty or harder. This challenge map is a little bit different because they do throw you in with nothing at the very beginning, but they quickly give you access to every weapon and access to most abilities because, well, you're gonna need them. And now, let's get into it. So for this challenge map, instead of solving a puzzle to save the little sister, it's really just surviving each of the challenge rooms of enemies. I did this on medium because it's hard enough getting it done in under 15 minutes on this difficulty, let alone doing it on even higher ones. Starting out, we'll be in a hall and you'll run straight forward. Go around this middle part where the little sister is trapped and run down into the starting arena. You'll want to pick the items up on the ground and continue sprinting forward down to this hole to drop down. Down here, you'll run to the right to grab these first aid kits and go over to these bodies to grab the supplies off of them, as you'll need to be buying and crafting a lot. Then just pop this guy in the head and interact with the little sister over here before upgrading your crossbow damage at the power to the people station. I actually forgot to do it on this run, but it still works out, so I guess it's fine. Then grab his supplies and get on to the teleporter. Back in the main area, we'll run straight up to the Gatherer's Garden to buy some abilities. One thing to note is that the timer is not moving while you're in one of these menus buying things or hacking, so that's going to be your time to breathe. First, you'll want to go with Speedy Hacker so that we can hack the vending machines to make those cheaper. So then of course we'll go down the line hacking into each one of those. Then we'll need to buy some steel bolts and a little bit of film. Our main weapon is going to be the crossbow with steel bolts mixed in with a little bit of electric buck in the shotgun. We can then run to the next arena, which is a single Big Daddy, and you'll want to take a picture of it while running above. That way we can get a damage bonus on them to make killing them a little bit quicker. Then jump down, position yourself here before you shoot so that he'll charge you and go straight into the electric water. He'll stay put and you can finish him off there before looting him and the body over here, and then upgrading your shotgun damage. Then we can end this arena and teleport back into the main room. Now we can stock up more on ammo and buy some new abilities. With ammo, it's mostly going to be the same thing we've been doing, steel bolts and electric buckshot. Eventually, we'll grab a few rounds of the grenade launcher ammo and maybe some anti-personnel rounds for the pistol, also picking up Eve hypos and first aid kits as needed to restock. As for the plasmids and abilities, you're going to want to pick up Electro Bolt. This is going to be the other main thing that we use the rest of the time, as you'll shock an enemy to keep them still and then headshot them with the crossbow. Then we can head to the next arena. The order doesn't matter completely here, but you'll want it to either be the spider slicers or the security bots. I ended up going to the spiders, so in here, make sure you take a picture of this one on the left before you drop down. Then we'll go through wiping out the spider slicers from this area by systematically shocking them one by one and shooting them in the head with a crossbow bolt. It should one-shot them as long as you're hitting them in the head. While you're going through, make sure you grab things from their bodies and hit the power to the people station to upgrade your shotgun rate of fire. Once they're all cleared out, we can move on to the next arena. So back in the hub, another plasmid you'll want to take soon is Enrage for one of the upcoming arenas. So just save to get that next, and we can buy some more ammo and supplies. Now for the next arena, as long as we have Electrobolt and crossbow ammo, we can go into the Houdini Splicer area, and we'll be fine. Make sure you take a picture of the one on the right side, and then we can start making our way down, killing them one by one. As we get to the stairs here, you can go underneath them to upgrade another weapon. I did the grenade launcher damage for an upcoming arena where there will be a lot of big daddies. Then down here you'll have to hang out for a little bit to let the rest teleport down to you so you can take them all out, and eventually we'll move back on to the central hub. Here we'll restock and finally grab Enrage. Past this point, there aren't really any required plasmids, but some good ones to grab would be Eve Saver, Medical Expert 2, Eve Link, Vending Expert 2, Clever Inventor, and Electric Flesh 2. Now to go to the next arena, we really have most of them available at this point, but I'd wait to go to the one with all kinds of enemies, and the lots of big daddies one until the last two. So I'm gonna go to the security bots, which honestly should have been the third one that we went to, as it's super easy, but oh well, in the heat of the moment, you go to what you see first. Down here in the cold storage, we're going to come up to this way and peek through this hole to headshot this slicer that's controlling the bots. That takes out basically all the enemies here other than one big daddy. So then just head through here and start shooting this big daddy to take it out. We can upgrade another gun over here and then head out. Of course, at this point we'll restock as much as we can and buy any abilities or plasmids that we want to, and then head over to the next arena. I went to all kinds of big daddies next, which you can do as long as you have some electric buck, enrage, and some grenade launcher ammo. As you go in, take a picture of this one on the left to get a little bit of a damage boost on this kind as well. And then once you drop down, you'll want to run straight. And then once you drop down, you're going to want to run through, tossing enrage on all of them so that they'll attack each other. Once you get them all enraged and attacking, you could use the grenade launcher to start damaging groups, and then once you run out of that, just use the electric buck to shred any remaining big daddies. Then once the last one's dead, you can end this arena and return to the hub again. Of course, now we'll restock and whatnot, you know the drill at this point. Then for the next one, I went to the security turret maze. This one you can do at any point after getting the hacking upgrade, a good amount of electric buck, electrobolt, and a good amount of crossbow bolts. You'll want to take pictures as you walk across here, as you'll want damage upgrades on all of these different types of enemies. Now starting out, the crossbow should be able to one-shot the turrets and the slicers if you shoot them in the head. Be sure to clear it in slices, similar to how I do on this run, to minimize taking a lot of damage and risking death. You can hack the turrets if you want, but the electric buck will also generally one-shot the turrets, so it could be quicker just to run through and do that. Wait to fight the Big Daddy until the very end, and over here you can upgrade another gun. Now once you clear all of those and the Big Daddy, we can move on from there. Restock up and make sure you're getting decently full on first aids and the Eve hypos near this point, as we'll have bigger fights coming up. We'll head over to the all kinds of enemies arena and again take pictures as you go across the top to make sure we have those damage boosts. Down here, we'll clean this out mainly with the crossbow and electrobolt plasmid, as it's really just a lot of different kinds of slicers. So start on the left and run around clearing them out one by one, shocking them with electrobolt and then headshotting them. Sometimes you can get away with not shocking them if you can hit your shots, but the safe bet is just to shock them first, keep them still, and headshot them. Again, save the Big Daddy for last, and then once that's dead, you can move on to the hub again. I got real close to dying there, so make sure that you just pull out the shotgun for the Big Daddy, as it's a lot quicker than trying to use the crossbow when it comes to these. Now back in the hub, make sure you use all of your parts to buy everything you can, because we're at the last fight now. Once you buy everything you want, walk up to this middle door where the little sister is trapped, and it'll trigger the last fight of waves of enemies. You can see where they'll be spawning as they come up, so at first you can use either the crossbow bolts or anti-personnel pistol rounds to headshot them. I'd go pistol first and then swap to the crossbow plus electrobolt once needed. You'll go through a decent amount of them, and eventually you'll have the Big Daddy spawn in front, and once that's dead, rush over to the little sister so she can open the door and you can interact with her to end the run. I honestly still played it pretty messy, as you could see, but still had about a minute to spare, so it'll only take a few runs to get this one down. But it definitely was the hardest of the Expert Challenge map achievements for sure. And after you get this one done, why don't you go check out my Bioshock playlist for the rest of my Bioshock achievement guides, or whatever guide YouTube thinks you'd like while you wait for next week's video.